Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Monday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Working our way to 20.3K subs, so keep up the good work. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Really great promos, especially with DraftKings. Bet 5. Get 150 in bonus bets. So go ahead and take advantage in the description below. Got all kinds of nice boosts as well every day. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Big slate today. 15 matchups. We got an early one, which I didn't realize this matchup was so early. An 11 a.m. game, so we'll probably just miss this one. But we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at minus 140. Cleveland plus 120 with the over-under at 9. Cleveland coming into this matchup 10-5. Boston 9-7. Pitching for the Guardians is Xavier Curry with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Red Sox is Carter Crawford with an ERA of 0.59. Looks like Curry's making his first start of the season today. Crawford, his last start he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts, only given up 1 run in 3 starts on the mound. He's been very good for Boston. Cleveland coming off a Yankees win. Boston on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Angel wins. Cleveland is 7-13 against Boston, so they haven't been the best head-to-head here. The over's hitting Cleveland's 4 of their last 5. Maybe the over could be a play today. Yeah, I really like Cutter Crawford on the mound. I mean, he's been very good for Boston these few starts. Hasn't given up really anything. And, yeah, I'm going to give the slight edge to Boston here at home. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at minus 160. Minnesota plus 130 with the over-under at 9. Minnesota coming into this matchup 6-8. Baltimore 9-6. Pitching for the Twins is Louis Varland with an ERA of 9.0. Pitching for Baltimore is Cole Irvin with an ERA of 8.10. Varland, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Irvin, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Minnesota coming off a Detroit loss yesterday. Baltimore coming off a Brewers win. Minnesota, they are just 1-4 against Baltimore, so they haven't been the best head-to-head. The under's hit in Baltimore 7 of their last 10 against Minnesota, so maybe the under could be a play. And yeah, Varland, he's given up 9 runs in his 2 starts. So is Irvin, though. Irvin's given up 9, so it's a pretty even pitching matchup. Both teams giving up some runs, or both pitchers giving up some runs here. Yeah, I don't know. I think Minnesota's a good dog today with, Irvin, who hasn't been that great on the mound for Baltimore. But I'll take a shot with Minnesota plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at minus 280. The Rockies plus 220 with the over-under at 8.5. The Rockies coming into this matchup 4-12. The Phillies 8-8. Pitching for the Rockies is Cal Quantrill with an ERA of 7.20. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 5.06. Quantrill, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Nola, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Colorado coming off 2-game losing streak, coming off a 5-0 loss against Toronto. The Phillies coming off a bad Pirates loss, 9-2. Colorado 2-18 on the road, 1-7 on the road against the Phillies, 1-5 against the Phillies. They've not been good against the Phillies here. And the under's hit in Philly 6 of their last 7 against Colorado. Maybe the under could be a play, but yeah, I think I'm going to roll with the Phillies at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Miami Marlins. Giants opening up as road favorites at minus 125. The Marlins plus 110 with the over-under at 9. Giants coming into this matchup 6-10. The Marlins 3-13. Pitching for the Giants is Kyle Harrison with an ERA of 4.76. Pitching for the Marlins is AJ Puck with an ERA of 5.91. Head-to-head, Harrison, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Puck, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Giants coming off a Tampa Bay loss. The Marlins coming off a Braves loss. The Giants, the over's hit in 9 of their last 10 on the road. Maybe the over could be a play. Not the best matchup. Neither team playing very impressive here. Harrison's been the worst of the two pitching wise. I think I would take a shot. I don't love it, but I think I'll take a shot with the Marlins plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Detroit Tigers. Rangers opening up as road favorites at minus 120. Detroit plus 100 with the over-under at 8.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 8-8. Detroit 9-6. Pitching for the Rangers is Michael Lorenzen with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Tigers is Reese Olson with an ERA of 5.40. Lorenzen, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts, and that was last year, so he is making his first start this season. Olson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts, had a great first game, giving up no runs against the Mets, but then followed it up with a 6-run game against Pittsburgh. The Rangers on a 2-game losing streak, coming off kind of a rough Astros series. Detroit coming off a Minnesota win. Yeah, I don't really love Olson on the mound, especially after last game. And Lorenzen, we'll see what he looks like. I mean, he was okay. I'd say he was pretty mid last season. But I think I'll take a shot with the Rangers on the road here. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at minus 160. Angels plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Angels coming into this matchup 7-8. The Rays 9-7. Pitching for the Angels is Patrick Sandoval with an ERA of 6.57. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Eflin with an ERA of 6.35. Sandoval, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Eflin, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Angels on a 2-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back Boston losses. These teams just played a 3-game series. Tampa Bay winning 2 out of those 3. They're coming off a nice Giants win. Angels are just 3-11 against Tampa Bay, 1-6 on the road against Tampa Bay, where they've really struggled here. And yeah, I like the Rays. They've just been very good. Angels struggle on the road against them. Not much of a pitching. It's a pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up some runs here. And yeah, I think I'm going to slightly lean with the Rays at home today. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Chicago White Sox. Royals opening up as road favorites at minus 185. The White Sox plus 140 with the over-under at 8.5. Royals coming into this matchup 10-6. The White Sox 2-13. Pitching for the Royals is Seth Lugo with an ERA of 1.45. Don't see who's pitching for the White Sox. I think that's the only matchup. Yeah, so far that's the only matchup I see where there is not a pitcher listed. So we'll see who ends up pitching for the White Sox. Lugo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The Royals coming off a tough Mets loss yesterday. The White Sox, they're on a 4-game losing streak, coming off a Cincinnati 3-game series sweep there. Couldn't get nothing really going in that series. The Royals 6-0 against the White Sox. They've been very good against Chicago here. And the White Sox 1-10 at home. I just don't have much confidence in the White Sox. And yeah, Lugo's been pretty good in his 3 starts. He's only given up 3 runs in 3 games. So, yeah, I think I'll take the Royals on the road here. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Looks like both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 9. Yankees coming into this matchup 12-4. Toronto 8-8. Pitching for the Yankees is Lewis Gill with an ERA of 3.0. Pitching for Toronto is Chris Bassett with an ERA of 5.06. Gill, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Bassett, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. The Yankees coming off a Cleveland loss. Toronto on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Colorado wins. The Yankees are 5-2 against Toronto. They're 8-2 on the road, where they've been very good so far. I really like Gill on the mound. He's been decent. Bassett coming off a 1-run game, but before that throwing 4 runs in back-to-back games prior. In a pick'em scenario, I think I'm going to lean with the better team here, and I'm going to take the Yankees on the road. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -130. The Pirates +115 with the over-under at 8. The Pirates coming into this matchup 11-5. The Mets 7-8. Pitching for the Pirates is Martin Perez with an ERA of 1.89. Pitching for the Mets is Adrian Hauser with an ERA of 5.40. Perez, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Hauser, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 1 strikeout. Pittsburgh, coming off a big Phillies win 9-2. The Mets coming off a Royals win. Pittsburgh 9-3 on the road, where they've been good. They're 1-6 on the road against the Mets, so they've had their struggles against New York here. But I do like Perez on the mound. Giving up 4 runs and 4 starts. Not horrible, pretty decent. You want to stay around that 1 to 2 mark, preferably 1. Hauser coming off a 5-run game here. Yeah, I think Pirates are a good underdog. I like Perez on the mound, and I'll take a shot with the Pirates +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Padres opening up as road favorites at -120. The Brewers +100 with the over-under at 8.5. Padres coming into this matchup 9-9. The Brewers 10-4. Pitching for the Padres is Joe Musgrove with an ERA of 6.87. Pitching for the Brewers is Joe Ross with an ERA of 1.80. Musgrove, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Had 5 strikeouts. Ross, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. He's coming off, 2 good starts on the mound, only giving up 2 runs this season. Padres coming off a Dodgers win. The Brewers coming off a Baltimore loss. Brewers playing well though. Padres 1-6 against the Brewers, so they really struggled head to head. The overs hit in Milwaukee's 5 of their last 6 against the Padres, so maybe the over could be a play. But yeah, Brewers kind of getting disrespected at home. I think they should be the favorite the way they're playing right now. Ross has been much better on the mound than Musgrove. Yeah, I'll take a shot with the Brewers +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Houston Astros. Braves opening up as road favorites at -115. The Astros -105 with the over-under at 10. Braves coming into this matchup 9-5. The Astros 6-11. Pitching for the Braves is Darius Vines with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Astros is Spencer Arrighetti with an ERA of 21. Vines making his first start of the season here. And then Arrighetti, his first start of the season, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 3 strikeouts. So he's coming off a very bad first start. Atlanta coming off a Marlins win. Houston coming off back-to-back Rangers wins. Atlanta is just 1-4 against Houston, so they've struggled head-to-head here. Houston, the over's hit in 4 of their last 5 against Atlanta, so maybe the over could be a play. Not in love with Arrighetti on the mound. We'll see what Vines looks like. His last 2 starts last season, he only gave up 2 runs in each start, so pretty decent. I think I'll take the Braves on the road here. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at -140. The Cubs +120 with the over-under at 9. Cubs coming into this matchup 9-6. Arizona 8-8. Pitching for the Cubs is Ben Brown with an ERA of 6.10. Pitching for Arizona is Merrill Kelly with an ERA of 2.29. Brown, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Kelly, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Cubs on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Seattle wins. Arizona on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Cardinals wins. The Cubs, they are just 1-6 against Arizona, 2-5 on the road against Arizona. They haven't been that good against Arizona here. Brown looked good in his first start of the season, didn't give up any runs. Merrill Kelly's been good. He's only given up 2 and 1 runs in his last 3 starts here. I don't know. I still think Cubs are good dogs today. Arizona, I don't know, hasn't really played that well. They've been kind of mid so far. They've looked better right now. They're on 4-1 in their last 5. But, had a rough first start of this first week or 2. And I like the Cubs. I think they've been good dogs so far this year. And I'm going to take a shot with the Cubs +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Oakland Athletics. Cardinals opening up as road favorites at -180. Oakland +150 with the over-under at 7.5. Cardinals coming into this matchup 7-9. Oakland also 7-9. Pitching for the Cardinals is Sonny Gray with an ERA of 0. Pitching for Oakland is Ross Stripling with an ERA of 5.50. Gray, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Stripling, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 5 strikeouts. St. Louis coming off back-to-back Arizona losses. Oakland coming off a Washington win. Oakland, surprisingly, they're 6-2 in their last 8. They're actually playing very well right now. St. Louis 2-7 against Oakland, 1-4 on the road against Oakland. They have not been good against Oakland here. Stripling had some rough starts on the mound here. He's given up 11 runs in 3 starts. Gray coming off a nice game against the Phillies, giving up no runs here. Yeah, don't love Stripling on the mound for Oakland, but they are playing well. And, I don't know. Sonny Gray looked really good in his opener. If Ross Stripling wasn't so bad on the mound, I'd probably lean Oakland, but I just don't trust him today. I'll take the Cardinals on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at -150. The Reds +130 with the over-under at 7. Reds coming into this matchup 9-6. Seattle 6-10. Pitching for the Reds is Frankie Montas with an ERA of 2.16. Pitching for the Mariners is George Kirby with an ERA of 6.91. Montas, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Kirby, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Cincinnati on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a 3-game White Sox sweep. Seattle coming off back-to-back Cubs losses. Cincinnati, they are just 1-7 on the road against Seattle, so they've had their struggles against Seattle here. But yeah, I do not like Kirby on the mound. He's given up 5 and 6 runs in his last 2 starts, which is not very good here. And I think the Reds are good dogs today, especially with Kirby on the mound. I'll take a shot with the Reds +1.5 on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as big home favorites at minus 360. Washington plus 280 with the over-under at 8.5. Washington coming into this matchup 6-9. The Dodgers 11-7. Pitching for the Nationals is Mitchell Parker with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Dodgers is Tyler Glasnow with an ERA of 2.25. No info on Parker. Looks like he's getting his first start here. Glasnow, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 14 strikeouts. Washington coming off an Oakland loss. The Dodgers coming off a Padres loss, 1-3 in their last 4. Bad little stretch for the Dodgers here. The overs hit in 4 out of the last 5 against Washington. I do like Glasnow on the mound. He's coming off an amazing start on the mound here. And I like a good bounce back for the Dodgers at home. We're going to roll with LA. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Monday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one.